te repasse sur la raquette. Et là, avec du matériel comme ça, tu vas nous faire des cadeaux, mais on a dit fini, hein. On a dit uniquement où il y a de l'ambiance. Alors si c'est chaud par là, attention, si c'est chaud par là, on va dire que là, alors attention, c'est maintenant, et voilà. On va voir si c'est chaud par là. C'est pas là, comment c'est chaud par là. Ouais, c'est pas là, c'est bon. On va dire, où est-ce que c'est chaud par là,
and welcome to Paris, the capital city of France. It is also a city known globally for its iconic buildings, the classic architecture, the culture, the cuisine, and the Parisians' love of sport. And in 2024, this city will, for a third time, host the Summer Olympic Games. It is therefore very fitting that for an 11th consecutive year, the best badminton players on the planet have gathered here at the stadium named after the founder of the modern Olympic Games, Pierre de Coubertin. We're here for the Yonex French Open, the 10th event on the 12-tournament MetLife BWF World Superseries, the elite tier of tournaments in the sport of badminton. 12 events plus the end of year finale, the Super Series finals, and the destination, once again, is Dubai. Well, it's finals day today, and all 5 finals for you this afternoon, and we're starting with women's doubles. And Lee So-hee and Shin Seung going for a second Super Series title in 2 weeks, having won in Denmark a week ago. They're up against Polii and Rahayu in their first ever Super Series tournament final as a pair. Then it's mixed doubles, and it's a repeat of the recent World Championship final. It is the world #1s, Cheng Shiwei and Cheng Ching-cheng, the defending champions here at the French Open. They're up against the reigning world and Olympic champions, Tontowi Ugman and Liliana Nasir, who won this title 3 years ago. Then it's men's singles, and Kento Nishimoto is trying to become only the third man in Super Series history to win a Super Series men's singles title when starting in the qualifying. He's up against the man very much in form, Srikanth Gidambi, in his 5th Super Series final this year, his 2nd in 2 weeks. He won a week ago in Denmark. Then it's women's singles, and Tai Su Ying, the world #1, looking to win a 4th Super Series title this year. She's up against Akane Yamaguchi in a 2nd final in 2 weeks. She was beaten finalist in Denmark. Then we finish with men's doubles, and Lee Zhehui and Lee Young in their 1st ever Super Series tournament final are up against Boa Mogensen, the defending champions and 3-time winners, trying to become the first men's doubles pair in Super Series history to win the same Super Series event 4 times. So a terrific lineup, but of course with the Super Series finals looming in December, a chance for us to look at the Super Series standings at the moment. Now, this was the positions after Denmark, and the #1 and #3 ranked pair on that list, they didn't compete here, certainly as a pair, as far as the Koreans are concerned. That means that Tanaka and Yonemoto will go up to #1. The Olympic champions, who were the 3rd Japanese pair at the moment, Matsutomo and Takahashi, they will go up 3 places to #2, and Fukushima and Hirata will also go up 1 place to #3. That means that the top 3 will all be Japanese pairs, but only 2 can qualify for the Super Series finals. So it really is very, very tight in the women's doubles qualification process. Well, as far as the women's doubles draw is concerned, by quarter-final stage, we only had 4 different nations, 3 Japanese pairs and 3 Korean pairs, only 4 seeds and only 1 in the top half of the draw. The #1 seeds, the Olympic champions, lost in that quarter-final to teammates Matsumoto and Nagahara. In the bottom half of the draw, the world champions, the new world #1s and the defending champions here, Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan, were beaten yesterday by the Indonesian pair. So it means we have the setup for the final 2 unseeded pairs, and it is Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan up against Greysia Polii and Apriyani Rahayu of Indonesia. So the countdown clock has already started to get the players onto court. Led out with mascots, the young badminton players, wonderful to see them here. Lee So-hee in her 2nd consecutive final here. She was beaten in the final a year ago with Jang Ye-na. This year in the final with Shin Seung-chan. Well, they won a week ago, the Korean pair. And this week, their opposition, Greysia Polii and Apriyani Rahayu. First ever Super Series tournament final for them as a pair. Well, what a week the Indonesian pair has had. They've beaten the World Championships silver medalists and winners of the Malaysian. They've beaten the pair that won in India. They've beaten the defending champions. So my goodness me, Polii and Rahayu really have earned their spot in today's final. Our court officials being introduced to the fans, umpire Apriyani of Italy. As the MC has just said, Marcel Schmidt of Switzerland, our service judge. So the young mascots take leave of centre stage.
Right, please.
Both pairs unseeded, and that means that we're guaranteed a 5th different unseeded pair winning this French Open women's doubles title in the last 6 years. That's an extraordinary statistic, isn't it? Not so extraordinary that this is the first meeting between the 2 pairs, as Polii and Rahayu only formed their partnership earlier this year. And as far as the Koreans are concerned, they only reformed their partnership earlier this year because they were, of course, World Championship bronze medalists in Copenhagen 3 years ago. So this is the lady who's in a second consecutive final here at the French Open, having lost in the final with Zhang Yana a year ago. 23 years of age, and it's with her former partner that she's had her highest ever ranking of 3. I can tell you that as a pair, their highest ever ranking has been 5 weeks from the 30th of April 2015. Shin Seung is 22 years of age, and she today, there she is in her 6th Super Series tournament final with a second different partner. She has been as high as 2 in the world ranking with Jang Kyung-eun, with whom she won an Olympic bronze medal in Rio last year. So, 2 highly successful pairs have been split and rejoined together because they were 2-time World Junior Champions, this pair from Korea. Well, you can see that they've won all of their matches in 2 straight games. They haven't actually played against another seeded pair, but they've beaten the winners of the Korean Open in the second round, Wang Yaxiong and Yu Xiao Han, and they beat the pair that beat the Olympic champions in the semi-final. Incidentally, they won the title last week in Denmark without dropping a game. So in 2 weeks of play so far, they haven't dropped a game all the way through. That's remarkable form. So to Greysia Polii, 30 years of age, born in Jakarta but brought up in Manado, right in the north of North Sulawesi. She today is contesting her 8th Super Series tournament final, her 7th in women's doubles. That may surprise some people. People forget that she reached the final of the Swiss Super Series mixed doubles in 2007 with Mohamed Rejal. Her partner, so this is a new experience. This is her first ever Super Series tournament final for the 19-year-old from Lawulu. They only formed their partnership, as I was saying, at the Thailand Open, first ever individual tournament. They won Thailand Open Grand Prix gold. And as you can see, what a set of results. Second round against the World Championship silver medalists and winners of the Malaysian Open, Fukushima and Hirota. Then in the quarterfinal, the number 7 seeds, the winners of the India Super Series, Tanaka and Yonemoto, who incidentally were beaten finalists last week. Then in the semi-final, they beat the defending champions. They didn't just beat them. Look at that scoreline, 5-10, beating the new world number 1s. Well, if you were with us yesterday, you will have enjoyed that match because, well, I thought it was absolutely astonishing. I thought there was something wrong with Chen Xing as we look at our court officials once again, because she was very subdued. She's normally a very extrovert personality. She's usually very bubbly on court, but not yesterday. Well, there is Rahayu, incredible women's and mixed doubles player herself. Well, they're trying to win back-to-back titles. The last pair at Super Series level to win women's doubles back-to-back titles were Matsutomo and Takahashi right at the start of last year, when they won the All England and then the India Super Series. It wasn't in 2 weeks, though. No, nonetheless, it was back-to-back titles. Well,
ladies and gentlemen,
with the 2 Indonesian players, a little smile
on
to
my
her
right,
partner, trying to relax her.
Apriyani, Rahayu, Greysia Polii, Indonesia. And on my left, Lee So-hee, Shin Seung, Korea. Apriyani Rahayu to serve to Shin Seung, Lowell, Play.
So Apriyani Rahayu getting this final underway. Her partner Greysia Polii has been in these sort of big matches before, but it's going to be very interesting to see how Rahayu deals with the pressure situation. Both pairs unseeded. That's a good start for the Indonesians. The last Indonesian women's doubles pair to win a Super Series title involved Greysia Polii. That was at the Singapore Open last year. She and Nitya Krishna Maheswari were given a walkover in the final from Matsutomo and Takahashi. So actually the last Indonesian pair to play contest a final and win a Super Series title, you actually have to go back to 2008 in Indonesia, their home event. Vita Marissa and Liliana Nasir, who we're going to see in the mixed doubles. They won the title, beating Maeda and Suetsuna from Japan. So it's been a long old wait.
3.
Well, the Korean pair have actually won their last 2 tournaments that they've played. The US Grand Prix Gold and the Denmark Super Series. This is only their 4th tournament together this year.
Shin, be ready.
Good return of serve.
Serve is over. 2, 4.
Good block. Oh my goodness, big jump smash. And then a drop shot. Well, I suspect we might see a number of very long rallies in this women's doubles. Both pairs so good in defensive play. If you were with us yesterday, when Polii and Rahayu played against the defending champions, we had a rally of 84 shots.
4, all.
Oh yes, that's well taken from Greysia Polii.
Serve is over. 5, 4. Serve is over. 5, all. Serve is over. 6, 5.
It's good pressure from the front of the court from Lee So-hee.
Serve is over. 6 all. Yeah.
Oh, good defence. Crikey, how did she get that back?
Serve is over. 7-6. Serve for four.
Service fault called.
Too high. Too high, yeah. Serve is over. 7 all.
Struck above the waist, says the service judge.
Serve is over. 8-7.
Well, it must have been a tight neck shot from Greysia Polii.
9-7.
She was there and ready to pounce. Yes, it was tight. Good front court play. Good pressure from Greysia Polii.
10-7.
It's her third different partner that she's contested a Super Series women's doubles final with.
Serve is
The final
over.
of the Malaysian Super Series in 2007 with Vita Marissa. And of course was in 5 finals with Maheswari. So it is the Indonesians who have the advantage at the mid-game interval. A 3-point advantage. And the difference was the 3-love start at the beginning of the game.
다 내 거라고 생각해 치고 다 내 거야 내 거. 그래서 동전이 같이 가야지 같이. 근데 진짜 자신 있게 몸이 안 움직이면 안 돼.
어? 11-8. Play.
Good rally. Yeah, it's a tough rally too. Oh. Well, going for the extra disguise on the drop shot there, Greysia Polii. 61 shots, well, not as long as the 84 shots in their semi-final, the Indonesians. And as we look at that again, I just need to correct myself on a point that I made earlier. In fact, the last Super Series title that an Indonesian pair won when they actually contested the final was the Korean Super Series of 2015.
Service over. 12-9.
Oh, goodness me, that was a good backhand kill from Rahayu. Virtually no backswing of the racket. Look at that.
9.
Racket arm outstretched. Little tap with the racket head. And the shuttle comes down very quickly indeed. Representatives from our title sponsors, Yonex.
Service over. 10-13.
Oh yes, clever change of pace. Yeah, it was the change of pace, and from that moment on, the rally was very much in favour of the Koreans.
13.
Good shot. Well, perhaps a little bit of frustration from the Korean pair because the Indonesians just keep getting everything back. Bombarded with attacking play, and still they managed to keep the shuttle in play, and therefore the Koreans feeling they've got to hit an extra angle,
11.
hit it extra hard. And in trying desperately to finally play the winner, they're actually making mistakes. Oh, I'd challenge that.
15-11.
Well, they haven't challenged. Wide.
Service over. 12-15. Greysia. Thank you.
Umpire Apriyani. Once the player's been allowed to
12-15.
Shin Seung adding a little wristlet to her wrist, a little bit of toweling so that she can mop the perspiration. Their drive defence, and both the Indonesians move forward,
16.
encroaching in on the net, looking for the opportunity. That's the one that did the damage from Rahayu.
Serve is over. 13, 16.
Well, this is getting really crucial
Greysia.
every single rally. This is a huge point. Oh, it's a challenge now. It was called in by the line judge.
Challenge called in.
Well, the challenge was absolutely immediate, which makes me think that the shuttle probably was wide. Oh no, it caught the line according to Hawkeye.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Well, I said it was
Service
a
over.
crucial rally, that last one.
17,
And I
14.
suspect that the
Play.
players sense that too, and hence the challenge. Well, it was deflected, that backhand kill,
Serve is
off the
over.
top of the tape. That's why
15,
Greysia Polii completely
17.
missed it. Oh, it's landing in. Yeah, that's brilliant. What a shot.
Serve is over.
So a 3-point cushion and 3 points from taking this opening game.
Greysia.
Rahayu and
Greysia.
Polii.
Wait, the shuttle is landing before to call. 2 cheers, okay?
Sorry.
No, when the shuttle is landing, wait the call, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, the umpire just telling Greysia Polii not to start her verbal celebration until the line judge has made the call, because that verbal celebration could
Greysia is
be
serving.
perceived as trying to influence the line judge.
18, 15. Greysia, watch her, okay? Serve is over. 16,
No, that's a
18.
gift. Well taken. Covered the mid-court area so well, Shin Seung.
17, 18.
Oh, service fault called on Shin Seung. Struck above the waist.
Too high. Too high. Yes.
Yeah, the players
19.
know what the arm signals are from the service
Thank
judge. There really shouldn't be a need to question the umpire as to
19,
what the fault was for. The whole
17.
point of the arm signals is so that it doesn't matter what language you speak, you know the arm signal. You know what the reason is. That's a great serve and third shot from Apriyani Rahayu.
Game point, 17.
And it's now 3 game point opportunities. And they convert on their first pair to take a game off Lee So-hee and Shin Seung in 2 weeks of badminton. And they did it in style. 21-17 in 20 minutes of play.
Kecuali kamu nyeting pelan, selama kamu masih mau manjangin, tahan dulu. Dalam rumput yang ada malah kamu pengen maju, di sini nggak enak, malah ketekan. Nah, terus pada saat kamu di bawah, kamu di atas nih, di belakang break, ketekan. Kayak tadi jangan dipleset pelan, mendingan diketus, panjangin aja, gitu loh.
Balakan kiri ya kok.
Pressing pelan, mereka maju, ketekan yang depan, terus berbalik, udah balik. Tapi kalau kamu panjangin, itu masih sempat balik. Kalau ditaruh kamu masih bisa ngangkatin, nggak ada masalah. Pembukaan siapin terus, pembukaan disiapin. Yang saya jaga setengah, jaga blok, yang belakang bisa grab. Ya.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Rahayu.
So 1 game to the good.
Second
Polii
game.
and Rahayu.
Bravo. Play.
Well, what can last week's champions do? Well, I remember a week ago when I was watching this Korean pair, they were down at the mid-game interval. Rahayu, their coach, came on, gave them advice, and they absolutely stormed through the match after that point.
Love.
She may be the youngest and least experienced player on court, but at the moment, Rahayu is the best player on court.
2.
work from Greysia Polii.
Greysia.
Here, Indonesian coach.
2.
Won a bronze medal in Athens in the men's doubles with Flandre Polii. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh.
Serve is over. 3, 2. Yes.
Net call from Lee So-hee. Yeah, she went to her own luck there by taking it early. Well, it's called out.
Serve is over. 3 all.
Oh, my goodness, got in each other's way. They're both going for that.
4, 3.
That's clever too, you know, it's just slightly across the body. Shin was way too committed to the forehand defence there. And it's very awkward if it's aimed just slightly towards your backhand side.
Six, 3.
Nice change in pace. And I think the Korean pair have got to adjust their base position. They're too far back in court.
3.
Therefore, they're vulnerable to those disguised drop shots. Oh, yes. Great block.
Serve is over.
Well, that was
4,
5 straight points to the Indonesians.
7. Serve is over. 8, 4. Lead.
Well, the Korean pair have got to try and keep this close if they want to win their second title in 2 weeks. And no Korean women's doubles pair has ever won back-to-back Super Series titles. Oh, that's nice. How on earth did she get it back? Brilliant. The dive from Apriyani, Rahayu. Total commitment. Yeah, her base was too far back as well.
Thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
Apriyani. Apriyani.
She even went for the next one.
Shin. Five, 8. Six, Indonesia. 8. Serve is over. 9-6.
There's plenty of Indonesian fans in, aren't there? Long, another one long of the back line.
10-6. Lee, keep.
And this is very worrying
Howard.
times if you're a
Okay.
Korean fan.
Shin.
Very happy times if you're an Indonesian fan. Well, I thought that looked out. It was,
I have seen in. I have seen in.
oh, well then challenge. Yeah, I saw that as out. The umpire made the call.
Lee Shin challenges, calls in.
The line judge was unsighted because the player was between her and the shuttle landing. Oh, Hawkeye says it was in. So, to the mid-game interval, with a 5-point advantage.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 11-6. Interval.
Oh, Kim-in. A little smile. Greysia Polii listening intently, both of them.
De cette pause à 11, puisque Polii et Rahayu mènent 11-6. Ce pourrait être pour vous. Signaler que concours de réflexe nous attend, vous êtes proposé dans l'espace Badminton Expérience. À 14h, on a un peu moins de 13 minutes. Concours de réflexe, bien sûr, avec de nombreux lots à gagner. C'est un tour dès 14h en badminton extérieur pour tenter votre chance et tester vos réflexes.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, it's time, in my opinion, that the Koreans changed up their tactics. Because if they continue like this, then I don't see them making inroads. I know it's hard work, but I think they've got to get on the attack. They've got to get the front court player involved. It's gone long.
Serve is over. 7-11. Play on, play on.
Well, Indonesians wanted the shuttle change. Koreans said no. And then the Koreans apologised. What do you apologise for? Have you... Yeah, that's better with Korean style of getting the net player involved, but that's brilliant defence. What a good rally. Well, Shuttle's had it now. It's wobbling all over the place. This is crucial. Oh, this is a must-win rally for the Koreans. But once again, it's the youngster, Rahayu, who makes the difference in the rally. Longest rally of the match so far at 71 shots.
Player, Greysia, Shin.
The umpire wants to have a word with them all.
Watch each other. You must be faster, okay?
Put away with venom. No way that was coming back.
It's over. 8-12.
Indication the shuttle's wobbling. I want to change it. Good serve. Oh.
10-12.
All of a sudden, it's anybody's again. Amazing defence.
12.
Couldn't get the second one. So just 1 point in it. Koreans on a run of 4 straight points. Level. Ah, what a final we've got on our hands now.
12-all.
Yeah, indeed, being a lot more aggressive in their style now. Service error from Shin
Service over. 13-12.
Yeah, the frustration.
Service over. 13 all. Service over. 14-13.
All the players are feeling the tension right now.
Service over. 14.
Yeah, well, that indication from Coach Rahayu
Greysia.
suggests to me something about the net play and intercepting, which is
Greysia.
what I was alluding to.
Is it play on? Greysia. Greysia. Play.
14 all. Need to vary the pace more. That's a start. Brilliant. Started a rally. All the attacking play from the Koreans was the same pace. Once they varied it and
Shin.
got one of them to the net.
Greysia. We
Totally
are ready.
different story.
Greysia. We are ready.
That's nice,
Quickly.
isn't it?
Thank you. Fifteen. Shin. 15-14.
Oh, that was a lovely shot. So too was that. A lovely, lovely drop shot from Greysia Polii. But the opportunity had come because of a wonderful defensive drive. This one, yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
the one that set up the opportunity.
Quickly.
Well, there's certainly no lack of
Shin.
effort, is there? This is tremendous.
Serve is over. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shin is okay.
Well, when a player dives headline like that, yeah, I think it needs a bit more of a mop
Please,
there.
stay. Lee. Thank you.
Yeah, she did slide a long way.
Thank you. 15 all.
Well, the Indonesians' variation on pace
16,
and use of the
15.
little mid-court area and front area. It's been better than the Koreans today, there's no question of that. Well, now the Indonesians back into the lead. Well worked. Gone long.
$18, 15.
Two points away from the first Super Series title
15.
as a pair. Well wide. It's match point opportunities on a run of 6 straight points. We're on 14-15 down. They've done it. Greysia, Polii and Apriyani, Rahayu in their first ever Super Series tournament final. Greysia, Polii, it's a 3rd Super Series title to add to the Korean Open of 2015 and the Singapore Open last year, won with Nidhya Krishnameswari. Well, what a week they've had. Prior to this week, they've never been beyond a quarter-final of a Super Series tournament. 49 minutes, 21-17, 21-15. And Greysia, Polii celebrates a third Super Series title, her first with her young partner here, Rahayu. Well, they're not the first pair from Indonesia to win the French Open, but they are since the inception of the Super Series. 20 years ago, Cynthia Tuankota and Eti Tantri won the women's doubles title here. And Eti Tantri, who married former Olympic champion Tony Gunawan. It's been a long 20-year wait for players from Indonesia to lift the women's doubles title here at the French Open. Well, they had more variation in their attacking play. I have to say, the teenager, Rahayu, to me, was the outstanding player on court. And I wondered at the start how her inexperience, this sort of level, finals of major tournaments, I wondered how that would affect her. Well, the answer is in a very positive way. There's the delight. And as always in sport, there's disappointment too.
We are now ready to begin the women's double ceremony of the Yonex French Open. Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie protocolaire du double dames des Yonex internationaux de France badminton va débuter.
Well, a second title for them to add to the Thailand Grand Prix Gold event.
To applause the umpires and the launches of the final. Big applause, please. Pour débuter cette cérémonie protocolaire, merci d'offrir une ovation aux arbitres et juges de ligne de cette finale. Merci à eux. And now, please welcome the finalists of the women's double. Merci d'accueillir.
Well, what a fantastic week this Indonesian player has had. The experience of Greysia Polii and the youthful exuberance from Apriyani Rahayu. Dived all over the court, was inspired by the opportunity. I wondered if she might be intimidated or nervous by it. No way. She loved every minute of the final.
The prizes will be presented by. Les prix seront remis par le président de la Fédération française de badminton, French Federation President, Laurent Chaillet. Également pour le finaliste par la vice-présidente de la Fédération française en charge de la communication, du marketing et de l'événementiel. Badminton French Federation Vice President in charge of communication, marketing and events, Magali Godin. Ladies and gentlemen, runner-up of the women's double of the Yonex French Open. Ladies and gentlemen, les finalistes du double dame des Yonex internationaux de France. Représentant la Coupe, representing Korea, Seung.
Well, they'll be obviously disappointed not to win their second title in 2 weeks, but it has been a fantastic 2 weeks for the Koreans reforming their partnership, which was so successful both as juniors and until shortly after their bronze medal at the 2014 World Championships, when they were split to both play with more experienced partners.
And now, ladies and 2017. Mesdames et messieurs, vainqueurs du double dame des Yonex internationaux de France de badminton 2017.
Représentant l'Indonésie, representing Indonesia, Greysia, Polii et Apriyani, Rahayu.
Greysia, Polii and Apriyani Rahayu. Our first Super Series tournament semi-final yesterday, a first final today, which has turned into a first ever Super Series title. What a fantastic achievement for this pair that only formed their partnership earlier this year at the Thailand Grand Prix Gold, an event which they also won. For Greysia, Polii, it is a third Super Series title when contesting her 7th women's doubles final, her 8th Super Series final in total. A new pair to challenge the best in the world has emerged this week, and rightly so. Polii and Rahayu.
The award ceremony is now over. The following few seconds, the mixed double final.
La cérémonie protocolaire est désormais terminée. À suivre dans quelques instants la finale du double mixte qui opposera Seung et Chen de la Chine à Cantory Ahmad Liliana.
So after that excellent women's doubles final, we turn our attention to mixed doubles. And it's a repeat of the recent World Championship final. It is the defending champion here and the world #1 Shin and Cheng up against the reigning world and Olympic champions Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasia. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, you will see that today's finalists, Seung and Cheng are currently number 2. Whether they win or lose today's final, they will go to number 1, pushing Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong down to number 2. The Indonesian pair that they're playing in the final, Ahmad and Nasir, win or lose, will go up 3 places to number 3. And of course, there will only be 2 of the 3 Chinese players in that list qualifying for the Super Series finals. Well, as far as the mixed doubles draw is concerned, by quarterfinal stage, 5 different nations and only 5 of the 7 seeds. The seeds that pulled out were Chris and Gabby Adcock, who had been in the final here 3 years ago. But it was another English pair that came through that section. Promoted from the qualifying, Ben Lane and Jess Pugh. Wonderful to see them playing so well in Super Series tournament. And